Ever get that strange feeling that someone's watching you? Well, the reality is they are. A recent study in the UK found there are now more than 5 million CCTV cameras in operation. That's one camera for every 12 people. And while there's still some way to go here, New Zealand is heading in the same direction. And it's not only a picture being taken, every day screeds of information is being collected on every one of us. So whatever happened to privacy? Damien Christie looks at the surveillance society.
This is our land, Oceania. These are our people, the workers.
I sometimes think, what would George Orwell be writing about? All right, his notion of Big Brother is sort of redundant, but isn't there a new sort of downsized, outsourced Big Brother, mini brothers all together?
2007. It's a long way from George Orwell's 1984. Instead of an omnipotent dictator, Big Brother is a syndicated reality TV show.
People think I'm a racist bitch, and I'm not.
But more than even Orwell could have imagined, we're being watched.
We are now living in a surveillance society. It's not around the corner, it has arrived.
Driving, walking, shopping, it's all being filmed. Even your cell phone is constantly providing information on where you are. But increasingly, it's not just our physical presence being tracked, it's the other footprints we leave each day. It's called dataveillance. If you want to get an idea just how much information is out there on you, open your wallet. Inside, you'll probably find EFTPOS cards, credit cards, an AA card, loyalty cards, and cards for individual stores. Each of those cards represents a whole heap of information being collected on you. So what you might think, what's the problem if the record store knows what CDs I'm buying? G'day. Yo.
How'd you find memories are made of this?
That was a Mother's Day present. Embarrassment potential aside, Real Groovy Records admit they don't do much with the information they collect. However, at Progressive Enterprises, the information collected via the one-card scheme is analysed a lot more carefully. By knowing what I buy, can you build a picture of me? Can you tell that I've got 2 kids, a car and a, you know...
To be honest, we don't look at you as an individual. We don't look at customers as individuals. We're interested in general trends. If we see that we have a large proportion of people doing very small basket shops, we may look to have more express checkouts in the store if we're building a new store, that sort of thing.
This information is also used to provide relevant discounts based on your buying habits.
So you have a cat, and you should get cat food offers.
I'd say, so Foodtown knows I buy cat food. So what?
What are they doing with that information? They're not doing it for altruistic reasons. They're doing it to increase their profit share, to know exactly what your habits, your tastes, what your lifestyle is really all about.
The organisations that do collect data on us, though, they don't have malicious intent.
They don't, and let's not go overboard about it. But I guess the concern is that what happens when you have a government, a state apparatus that changes and perhaps has a malevolent intent.
Of course, no one's forcing you to have a one card, much less use it.
One card, please?
But other forms of dataveillance are unavoidable. I engaged private detective Daniel Thompson Jr. to see what information he could find on me, with my consent and by legitimate means. That is, short of digging through my trash. So what did you find out about me, Danny?
Yeah, I found a lot of information out about you. Found out from the Land Transport Authority that you had a speeding ticket. We did a ACC check on you, and that shows that you've had some back injuries and a neck injury recently. Credit check shows that you're a company officer. It shows your address, your date of birth, you're banking with a certain bank, and your credit history is clean. So we did a check on the company's office, and you have a company. This is a copy of your consent to be a director of that company, which has your signature on there.
Right. Can anyone do that?
Yeah, you can. Had a look on the internet. Yeah, your MySpace.
So if there's a picture of my car on there, see my cat.
Yep.
Yep. My signature, my address, credit history, speeding tickets, my bad back, even my cat. Individually, nothing out of the ordinary. But when all this information is pulled together, it goes to build a comprehensive picture of who we are and what we're up to. But in this day and age of the instant celebrity, where people are happy to post photos and videos, even lists of their friends on the internet, is privacy a thing of the past?
When I talk with my niece and nephew, they've got a completely, much more open, perhaps a less cynical, less paranoid view of the world. And I mean, I find that healthy and refreshing. But it's hard, isn't it? Because you are aware, certainly with my background in privacy, that there are some very real risks out there.
Indeed, one person we spoke to about this story said he'd decided not to give someone a job after finding their blog, which discussed exactly what the person had been up to on the weekend.
So if you had a message for people?
I would say that we have to take privacy very seriously. It's a fundamental human right. We haven't taken it seriously. And future generations are really going to say, how come these people, with all their knowledge, all their awareness, were so willing to give up most of their privacy with barely a whimper?
And here's an irony for you. Within 200 metres of George Orwell's former London flat, there are now more than 30 CCTV cameras keeping an eye on his home and the surrounding streets. He was the good guy of that 70s